first question is from David. And he says, I'm a self-funded retiree and about to turn 60. I would like to make a $357,500 contribution to my accumulation super. That's 27,500 concessional, that's the max, and 330,000 non-concessional using the bring forward rule, again, the maximum. Can I immediately, after making these contributions, transfer my accumulation super to a pension account? Or do I need to wait 3 years due to the bring forward? Over to you, Garth. How would you approach this?
Yeah, thanks, Rob, and thanks, David, for your question. When we're looking at this, we need to look at both the contribution rules and the accessing rules, the conditions of release, like separately. They're two separate issues. So the eligibility to contribute money to super isn't all that relevant for the eligibility to access money from super. So the eligibility rules to make the contributions are obviously there and met. You would not need to then wait 3 years to see out that bring forward rule, that 3-year period, prior to starting a pension. They're two separate sets of rules. The contribution rules obviously focus on how much we can get into super and up to what age we can get it in. And then the accessing rules just make sure that you are eligible to access your super. So think about them separately. I note that you said you're about to turn 60 and a self-funded retiree, so assuming you've already retired. Just keep in mind that if you have retired before age 60, you'd need to also make sure that you have no intention of going back to work. Remember, the definition of retirement differs for those under age 60 to those over age 60. In fact, if you have a look at an article that Barbara wrote in December of last year, she covers this issue quite well in an article on the website in about December 2021. Because you're under 60 and retired, you just have to have that second condition being that you don't intend to go back to work. If you've met that, you don't need to wait the 3 years. You could start the pension now. Just again, make sure that there's no fund-specific rules that apply. If it's an SMSF, there wouldn't be. If it's another type of fund, just check with the fund first. But yep, that should all be fine without the need to wait 3 years.